What other area could we go over when it comes to moving from an insecure attachment to a secure attachment? And how can we expand even further in our lives? Well, we could do this by having the capacity for receiving love and support. I think for a lot of us, it's difficult to receive a compliment from somebody when it shouldn't be. That means that they're giving us something, and we should honor that space that they're providing for us. And it can be hard to just allow other people to do even small things for us. We really want to be independent, but people do need the space and want the space to do things for other people, just like we would like that option as well. So how can we utilize this in our everyday life? Well, the first area is we can just learn to accept compliments in life, right? When you have an insecure attachment history, compliments might make you feel uncomfortable, and you may instinctively brush them off as it was nothing, or they're just being nice, so like they really don't mean it, right? Or you redirect attention back to that person and you probably quickly give them a compliment, or you play small in what you have received as a compliment. So this blocks, however, the flow of connection with people. So how can we move towards the secure attachment while accepting the compliments somebody wants to offer us? Well, we can pause when we receive a compliment. You can take a deep breath before you respond, which I think pausing is great for anything when we're unsure how to react, or when we know that we're not going to react the best way. We can accept simply and sincerely. So try saying something like, "Thank you, I appreciate that," without minimizing yourself or dismissing the comment at the same time. Allow yourself to feel the compliment. So let it land emotionally, not just intellectually with you, right? And feeling emotions is hard for a lot of people, so this may be difficult. Imagine the kind words soaking into you like sunlight on your skin. Key practice here is each time you accept a compliment with gratitude, even if it feels awkward, you affirm to yourself, "It's safe for me to be seen and valued." And we all want that space, but when we're pushing that space away, we're not going to get it. So we have to learn how to allow ourselves to be in that spot. So that's one way. What's another way we can use this in our lives? Well, we can let others help us with small things. So insecure attachment often convinces you that asking for or accepting help is a burden, a sign of weakness, or an invitation for disappointment. But letting others show up for you, even in small ways, builds relational safety. So how can we do this? How can we move forward with this one? Well, we can say yes to small offers for help, right? Whether it's a friend offering a ride, a coworker offering to assist with a project, or a family member offering advice. Allow yourself to accept them. Resist the urge to immediately reciprocate. So secure receiving doesn't have to be transactional, and it shouldn't. You shouldn't be with somebody who expects you to offer a compliment when they give you a compliment in return, right? There should just be a space where somebody can give, and you take that, and we just let that slide and just be in life. So it's okay to simply receive without owing something in return to somebody else. And start with small, non-threatening asks. So for example, asking someone to grab you something from the store, or to proofread a document. Allow yourself to experience others showing up for you without cost. So what's a key practice here? Well, each time you allow someone to help you, you're sending yourself the message, "I am worthy of care and support just as I am." And I think that is super important for us, that we understand that there is space for us to get the care and support we need, but we have to start letting those walls down in order to receive them. And when we receive them, we have to be able to do it in a way that we're not pushing people away, or we're not overreacting to it because we expect something like a string to be attached to it. or them to not really mean it. So what's another area in our life that we can work on this? Well, we can notice when you start to feel underserving and gently reframe it. So when love or support starts to come toward you, you may notice old protective patterns bubbling up. So some guilt, maybe distrust, suspicion, or a sudden urge to push people away. This doesn't mean you're incapable of a secure attachment. It simply means old wounds are being activated. And I like to say and remind people, we lived almost 2 decades in a household that we learned how to interact, behave, react, and if we continued those for another 10 or 20 years, especially if they're negative behaviors, they're not getting us what we need, they're not getting us a secure attachment, then it's going to take time to undo those behaviorisms. It's going to take time to understand that we don't need to feel guilty, right? Or we don't need to distrust people, or take time to understand we don't have to be suspicious of love and care and support. And we definitely don't need to push people away. But those will all take time to work through. This definitely isn't just a monthly, 1 month thing, or even a 6-month process. And so how can we move forward with this? Well, we can pay attention to our internal resistance. So notice things like they're just being polite, or I don't deserve kindness. These are the things that we're going to want to reframe. We're going to want to come up with different things instead in our head than the old the old kind of like tape that's playing for us. Pause and gently reframe the narrative. So instead of criticizing yourself for feeling unworthy, again, try something like, it makes sense that I feel this way based on my past, but today I'm safe to receive. Receiving love doesn't make me a burden. It honors the giver and the relationship. So practice gratitude instead of self-rejection. You don't have to feel 100% deserving yet, but start by simply feeling thankful for the connection that is being offered to you, and just kind of allowing yourself, like previously said, soak it in like the sun. Those words, let it cover you, let it feel really nice, and allow yourself to let it feel nice. Don't push that feeling away. So what's the key practice here? Each time you reframe feelings of underservingness, you carve a new emotional pathway for yourself. One where love, support, and kindness feel safe to hold. And really that's what we're doing. We're like making new neurons and new pathways for our body to understand that it's okay. It's okay to be loved, it's okay to feel secure, and it's okay to feel safe in relationships. And so what's the last thing with this? Well, we can expand our capacity for receiving love. It's like learning a new language. The language of self-worth, openness, and connection. Every time you accept a compliment, allow small help, and gently challenge old beliefs about your worthiness, you are strengthening the emotional muscles needed for secure, lasting relationships with others and with yourself. And just remember, you are worthy. So we're here at the comment section. Are you having a hard time with this? Do you tend to still push people away? Do you feel guilty? Do you tend to overreact? Or have you worked on this and it's coming easy now for you? You're able to receive more than you were and to push people away. Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation started.